Have you ever received an apology that felt empty? Like someone said the words "I'm sorry," but something inside you still felt heavy. You're not alone. Here's the truth most people don't talk about. A bad apology can actually hurt more than the original offense. Why? Because it makes you feel unheard, dismissed, or even gaslit. And if you've ever thought they apologized, so why don't I feel better? Stick with me. Today, we're breaking down the exact 5 ingredients of a real effective apology. Not the fake ones, not the rushed ones, the kind that actually rebuilds trust. An apology without change is just manipulation. Why this matters, the psychology. Before we dive in, let's talk about why this is so important. Psychologically, when we're hurt, our brain goes into protection mode. We remember the offense to avoid future harm. That's not holding a grudge, that's self-preservation. A real apology does 2 things. It lowers your brain's defense response. It signals safety for the future. But here's the problem. Most people apologize to end a conflict, not to repair connection. And that's exactly where fake apologies are born. So let me give you the first major sign of an apology that actually works. The goal of an apology isn't to be forgiven, it's to be understood. Sign number 1, remorse, not regret over getting caught. Sign number 1, true remorse vs regret over consequences. Here's how to tell the difference. Fake apology, I'm sorry you felt that way. Fake apology, I'm sorry if I upset you. Those are not apologies. Those are verbal band-aids. They put the responsibility on your feelings instead of their actions. Real apology, I did something wrong. I raised my voice at you, and that was not okay. I regret doing that, not just because you're upset, but because it was disrespectful. See the difference. Remorse is about their behavior. Regret is about getting in trouble. Ask yourself, did they admit fault without a but? If yes, that's a green flag. Never accept an apology that comes with a but. The word but erases everything before it. Sign number 2, specificity, no vague for everything. Sign number 2, they name the exact offense. If someone says, I'm sorry for everything, run. That's a lazy apology. Why? Because if you don't know what you did wrong, you can't fix it. Let me give you an example. Vague, sorry I messed up. Specific, I'm sorry I forgot our dinner plans. You took time out of your week, and I didn't respect that. That was wrong. Specificity does 2 things. It shows they actually understood what hurt you. It proves they were listening when you shared your feelings. If they can't name what they did, they haven't done the work. A vague apology is a verbal eraser. It tries to wipe the slate clean without admitting what was written. Sign number 3, a promise to change, the mutual promise. Sign number 3, a clear mutual promise not to repeat the behavior. This is where most apologies fail. People say I'm sorry and then do the exact same thing next week. That's not an apology, that's a pattern. A real apology includes, I will not do this again. Here's what I'm going to do differently next time. Example, I snapped at you yesterday. That was unfair. Going forward, if I feel overwhelmed, I will take 5 minutes before responding instead of lashing out. That's a promise. That's accountability. Without this, you're not forgiving, you're just tolerating. The best apology is changed behavior. Words are just promises. Actions are proof. Sign number 4, empathy, feeling with you, not for you. Sign number 4, empathy, not sympathy. Sympathy is, I feel bad for you. Empathy is, I understand why you feel bad and I helped cause it. Here's how you test for empathy in an apology. Does the person say something like, I see that when I ignored your text for 3 days, you felt abandoned. That makes sense. Anyone would feel that way. I would too. When someone shows empathy, they're not defending themselves. They're stepping into your emotional reality. That's rare. That's powerful. And here's a hard truth. If they can't feel with you, they're not ready to apologize, they're just ready to move on. Empathy in an apology says, I see your pain and I don't run from it. Sign number 5, making amends, the action step. Sign number 5, and this is the big one. They ask how to make it right. A real apology doesn't end with words. It asks, what can I do to fix this? How can I earn back your trust? Is there a way to compensate for what I did? This is called restorative action, and it's the difference between a performative apology and a reparative one. Example, I said I'm sorry, what more do you want? I know I broke your trust. Would you be open to talking again next week? When someone offers to make amends without being asked, that's when forgiveness becomes possible. An apology without amends is just an admission. An apology with action is a rebuild. What about forgiveness? Now let's talk about you, the person who was hurt, because a lot of people ask me, if I forgive, does that mean I have to trust them again? No, absolutely not. Forgiveness is about releasing the emotional grip the offense has on you. It's for your peace, not their comfort. Trust, on the other hand, is earned consistently over time. You can forgive someone and set a boundary. You can forgive someone and walk away. You can forgive someone and never give them access to your heart again. That's not contradiction. That's wisdom. Forgiveness frees your heart. Trust protects your future. They are not the same thing. Practical exercise. Here's a 60-second exercise I give my clients. Next time you receive an apology, ask these 3 questions. Did they name what they did? Specificity. Did they show they understand how it felt? Empathy. Did they offer a plan to change? Amends. If the answer to any of these is no, pause. You don't have to accept that apology. You don't have to forgive on their timeline. And if you're the one apologizing, use this same checklist. It will transform your relationships. A real apology is not about saying sorry. It's about saying, I see you, I hurt you, and I will do the work. Let's quickly recap the 5 signs of a real apology. Remorse, not just regret. Specificity, no vague for everything. A promise to change. Empathy, feeling with you. Making amends. If you found this helpful, do 3 things right now. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss next week's video on how to forgive without forgetting. Share this with someone who needs to hear it or someone who owes you a real apology. You don't owe forgiveness to anyone who hasn't earned it, but you do owe yourself the peace of knowing the difference.